Hey, please tell me if I am here because Michelle is gone again and it's just me for a second. But I have a lot of news to bring and I hope it's awesome. And I hope you're happy to be here. I'm hoping that
all right,
it's
so
Sunday.
we're gonna like jump talkers. We're gonna jump around because I'm gonna get to Katie Hopkins later, but it's just kind of cool what Donald. I feel like is great. It was a controversial tweets of Donald Trump. They're still up. Majid Nawiz thinks that that Katie Hopkins is a racist, and when she, after the Manchester bombing, when she said we need a final solution, he took it as the final solution, blah blah blah. And she's like, final solution to terrorism. After every gun battle, we hear people saying we need a final solution to gun violence. That doesn't mean we're going. They're, I know that they don't mean they're going to round up all gun owners, and they might take away our guns. So now there's two transgenderism. We have to. It's unfortunate that we have to kind of tread waters to keep our YouTube channel up. I don't mind if you're transgender. I don't have a problem with transgender people. I don't have a problem with gay people. I'm not homophobic. I'm not transphobic, and there's nothing like that. But there are actions that don't make me transphobic. There are two stories coming out this week where transgender people, or people who've been pushing for transgender ideologies or issues, are doing so in a way that is disingenuous and is not inclusive and is not helpful to people. In one case, we have a guy, girl, transgender person in Montreal, I believe, who is suing so that he can have a Brazilian wax done by females, and females don't want to do that because while maybe he thinks he is a female in his mind, he still has male genitalia, and no woman should ever be forced against their will to do male genitalia. I don't care if you think you're a female up here. You haven't changed down there, right? So that's making rounds. Even Ricky Jarvis has tweeted out about this in favor, thank God, of women. Feminism have always been about not allowing men to abuse people, but you have with the transgenderism, you have people lining up to say that it's okay for people who call themselves females but are physically males to hurt women, and that's wrong. Okay, and I feel like most sane people would agree with that. A politician who pushed for the introduction of gender-neutral toilets shortly after his election has been charged with 9 counts of sexual touching of a child. David Smith successfully petitioned the mayor of Middlesbrough to trial gender-neutral toilets in Middlesbrough Council shortly after his election to the local authority of Teesside, Yorkshire. Yes, Horatio. Yorkshire. As a politician representing the Conservative Party. So it's not a Labour dude. Councillor Smith resigned from the notionally right-leaning party, described as not really conservative by Brexit leader Nigel Farage in a recent interview, obviously. He added that he completely rejects the spurious allegations, however, claiming that he was only removing himself from the party to ensure I can focus all my efforts on clearing my name. Nevertheless, reports suggest he intends to remain on the council, allowing him to continue to receive his $6,378 basic allowance for the time being. Smith said he has worked hard to ensure I serve the people of Colborne-Newman. The 30-year-old claimed tackling the issue of potholes, ordering bollards to be installed, and being a very proud advocate of the LGBTQ community. So he says but he has been charged with obviously hurting kids. So that's no good, right? Okay, move on to some of these other. Spain. We're gonna jump around a little bit here. In Spain, 200 illegal migrants stormed the border fence. 50 break through. 6 guards are injured. This is not. I'm not reading an old article. It seems like it's the same article every week. I know, right? Not the same. And let me just say, why do I bring this up? Because if you have people storming your fence, those people shouldn't be in your country. You don't want them there. They're willing to break a lot of rules. And when they get there, they're not going to be like, oh, model citizen, storm the fence, hurt the guards, but give me social welfare? Hey, Span, I don't know what you're doing, man. Authorities in the Spanish city of Maia say that around 200 migrants have tried to climb a barrier separating the European countries' northern African enclave in Morroco. The local office of Spanish government's representative said Friday that one migrant suffered a fractured leg while 6 Spanish police were injured. When around 50 migrants actually managed to get in. So then, hey, they will start procedures. It says, let's see. The migrants who reached Spanish soil were taken to a holding center where they can ask for asylum while authorities start procedures to return them to their countries of origin. So they're going to ask for asylum. They're going to ask for asylum, breaking in, hurting border guards. I don't even know what to do. I don't know what to do with that. Where do you go from there? You gotta, okay. So, did you guys see Lauren Southern's documentary, Borderless? In it, she did mention, there's a part on there, let me read it if you guys are talking. Let's see, can't change the fact that the DNA doesn't change or that the cell of a person has been soaking in testosterone since long before they were born. You guys are hilarious in the chat here. Okay, so in her video, she showed doctors giving fake notes to help people to get asylum, because if you're sick or if you need medical treatment, expensive medical treatment, then you get priority. So in Turkey, finally somebody's doing something. A doctor and 2 medical staff members and a translator. So obviously this was like a big people trafficking operation, have been arrested in a state-run camp for migrants and refugees in Greece, accused of issuing medical notes for non-existent conditions to exempt migrants from deportation. The alleged criminal operation occurred on Samos, one of 5 Greek islands where movement of asylum seekers is restricted. The suspects, who face charges of fraud, bribery, breach of duty, and membership of a criminal organization, allegedly charged about $350 to $560 for medical notes that would allow the migrants to travel to the Greek mainland for a hospital exam or remain on Samos for medical tests. 5 other doctors were arrested as alleged accomplices with 1 migrant man. So these are not good doctors, because they're charging these people. It's not like they have this like bleeding heart. They're taking their money. And these people got money. What do you guys think about that? When I was growing up, trannies were commercial vehicles made by Ford. That is funny. How much you want to bet that the EU will try to get the UK not to break away from the promise of protection from Iran? Interesting. Yeah, Michelle will be back shortly. Johnson pledges to get UK's mojo back. What do you guys feel? You feel like Bojo can get the mojo back? That was, I just made that up. I just put those together. I think I was the first one to do that. Can Bojo, they call him that in the UK. Boris Johnson, they call him Bojo. That's no joke. Bojo, no joke. I'm just kidding. So can Bojo get the mojo back? Because the mojo is just gone, baby. They ain't got no beat. They ain't got no rhythm. They can't. They're trying to clap. They're trying to tap their head and the circle thing. They ain't got nothing going on. So John, who's got the mojo? You know, Nigel Farage has got mojo juice for like 1,000 generations. That man does. That Brexit party has got the mojo going on. I mean, the colors, the lights. He's trying to, I don't know what he's going to roll on, because everybody's just mad and everybody just wants to start over, and pretty much everybody just wants, you know what, scrap it, Brexit party, baby. We're just be done. I know we have to go through the motions because I know that legally we got to do this. So this is the path that you have to take because that's the law, right? You got to go through Bojo first. You just got to do it. Prime Minister, prospective next Prime Minister Boris Johnson, otherwise known as Bojo, seeking the mojo, will create a ministry of no deal. I love it. It's you know, your ministries of this is very Harry Pottery. We'll create a ministry of no deal to prepare Britain for a clean break from the European Union. The overhaul of the department for existing European Union would be devoted entirely to planning for a no-deal exit on October 31st, the date by which Mr. Johnson pledged to take the United Kingdom out of the EU with or without a deal. He has pledged with or without the deal. Now, the House of Lords, I will let you know, has passed a resolution that would make that virtually impossible. The unelected Lords, you know, we don't have those here. But in a way, we kind of do because families just keep passing down and keep running for office. But still, unelected Lords, we are your Lords. Because we're rich and we have titles and blah, 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 blah. I say the department will also be in charge of communications campaign to increase public awareness of the Brexit situation, with Johnson focusing on rallying support for business for a clean exit. Mr. Johnson told the Daily Express in an interview published Friday that the country needs to get its mojo back, saying, "The 3 years will seem like a bad dream. We'll get on with it and think much more about what we are going to do to unleash the talent and potential of the whole country. That's what I want to do." And he added that Britain will leave the EU on time, come what may, and would not accept a further Brexit extension, saying, "Why would we have another extension? I don't think there is an appetite in the UK for another extension. Nobody wants it. I certainly won't have it. And don't forget how it works. At the moment the UK leaves legally on October 31st, that is the law. The only way that can be prevented is if a UK Prime Minister were to ask for an extension. Well, I'm not going to ask for an extension. The pledge should come as a welcome news to the Brexiteers of the Tory Party." Chairman of the pro-Leave European Research Group, Jacob Rees-Mogg, told The Sun that he backs a no deal if the Prime Minister cannot negotiate a new deal with the EU before the exit date. Rees-Mogg told the tabloid, "Boris has guaranteed that Brexit will happen by 31st of October. Now, how many times did Theresa May do that? We don't know. Instead, Boris will hasten the... I really feel like Boris wants to. We'll see if it happens. We'll see if that happens. I do believe he does want to. At least 17 Tories were said to have defied the whip and voted against the government. Let's see. A number of Conservative rebels on Thursday helped ensure a 41 vote majority to back an amendment to the Northern Ireland bill, which would prevent the full suspension of Parliament. They thought, hey, can we just suspend Parliament and then nothing can happen and we can just get a no deal? And then you had conservatives that voted to ensure that that was not going to happen. So at least 17 Tories were said to have defied the whip and voted against the government, while a number also reportedly abstained. It was reported that the Chancellor of the Exchequer, Philip Hammond, had orchestrated the rebellion and was one of the 36 that abstained or voted against the government. One cabinet minister told the Telegraph there's incredulity that he hasn't been sacked, and there is a lot of anger directed against all the people who have done this. Whoever succeeds Theresa May is going to have to put the party back together and restore discipline very quickly. The idea of having a party, I understand, is that, you know, you kind of vote together, right? Not here. Not here.
Thank you guys for being here. Thank you, Leah, for doing the whole show almost by yourself.
I'm glad you guys were here. It's a good show.
Yeah. I want you to have a wonderful rest of your Sunday. Stay cool out there. Do something fun. We love you. God loves you. God bless. Remember, it's not just a conspiracy theory.
If it's the truth.
And we do have a P.O. Box 107, which I haven't checked in a really long time. Milford, Ohio, 45150. If you send us your letters, we will read them on air. We'll be back here on Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, hopefully with good news. And like I keep saying, I do want to do the Bible studies, and as soon as I get a chance to, I will. So, all right, we love you, and we will see you back next time. And don't forget to share and like all of this and get it out there. We've had a lot of new viewers thanks to Patriot Gallery cutting up those videos. So if you get a chance to watch some of those small videos, leave a comment and thank Patriot Gallery, because a lot of people have been asking. I wish you guys had shorter shows. I wish I knew what topics to hit. And she works tirelessly on doing that, guys. It's a lot of work. So
I think we should give her some sort of
award,
a raise.
Yeah, more thank yous. Thank you, Mom. That's
she
her
just
raise.
likes thank yous. Yeah.
All right. God bless, guys.
I was cold.